Hi, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. It's great to see that there's such a great interest in our topic on video coding. My name is 𝗦𝗽𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃. I am head of marketing for Spectos, and together with 𝗃𝗶𝗱𝗲𝗀𝗃, the CEO of our company, I'll guide you through today's webinar. Let's just do a quick test. So Niels, if you could please switch to the next slide to see if you all can hear us well. You have a control panel on your screen, and you're all muted by us. But of course, you have the opportunity to place your questions. So please use the question window to place any questions you may have, and after the presentation, we will answer them to you. Just for us, a quick chat. Could you please let us know if the sound is okay for you? If you please type into the window a quick yes, then we know it's all working well. Okay, sound is great. Perfect. So Niels, I would hand it over to you now to discuss video coding for postal operators, and you can go ahead.
Thank you, Nadia. Also from me, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar, and some brief words about me. I'm Niels, CEO of Spectos, and I'm working in the postal industry for more than 20 years now. And today our topic is a very special topic on something that we have to deal with in the postal industry, which is the video coding for our sorting machines. And currently at Spectos, we have this as part of our service offering, and we do approximately 2.5 million video coding records every month, of which 2/3 is for sorting machines and 1/3 is for returns. So those is for letters and parcels. Our webinar is approximately 30 minutes, including a Q&A, and yeah, we will talk about the current challenges, the benefits of, let's say, flexibility of outsourcing video coding, and how this can be implemented into your operational process. And then we will talk about why it's good that to do it with Spectos, and we have one special topic also on address research, which will help you to improve your address database to improve the sorting performance right from the sorting machine. Why video coding? As many of you certainly know, there are new sorting centers, new sorting capabilities or facilities use highly automated sorting machines, which are capturing images through OCR and reading addresses through OCR. However, every automation also have is never 100%. Yeah? So approximately 90 to 95% of all mail can be handled automatically, and 5 to 10% usually needs a special handling. Special handling means whether you have to sort it manually, or you can use a video coding process so that the machine at the end still can sort it automatically. But you also know video coding needs agents who sit in front of the video coding software and typing the addresses, and those agents also need special skills, since they need to know what is the address schemes and how to capture addresses so that they can be linked to the sorting destination for the sorting machine. So the video coding requires video coding agents, and this is what we are talking about in our session now. So this is just a picture of the agents, and as you might know, everything that is related to human resources always comes to the topic of costs, then the flexibility, and also, of course, the question of how good is the quality of the manual capturing. What are the challenges that we are facing in this situation? One, talking about cost, especially in the countries where we have high automation levels. we're also facing the problem, or let's say the situation, that staff is hard to get and has high salaries. Many countries now increasing minimum wages, and of course, if you want to let people work at night, which is usually the case for video coding services, they get extra night shift surplus or bonus benefits, and of course, this will increase your fixed cost, even you have alternating volumes of mail. So you always have this staff. You have to have a minimum staff amount, but the mail volumes are changing. That's why it's very important to have a flexible workforce in that sense, because it's very difficult to predict mail volumes, especially when it comes, of course, everybody knows that before Christmas there will be high volumes, but sometimes there are, let's say, special days or special events that increase sudden volumes, or you have a large customer which is suddenly injecting a lot of mail. So those things still need to be processed in the right quality and speed. So that's why you need a flexible team. The third part is the quality. Yeah, so depending on the mix of mail that you have, 5 to 10% of the mail need to be processed manually, and still have to be done on time, so that all the mail is leaving sorting centers at the cutoff times or before cutoff times, so that the transit times of those video coding mail or non-automatically processed mail will still be within your service level agreements with your customers. The second topic is most of the mail that cannot be coded directly is not just because the image is not correct or it's hard to read for the machine, but also because address combinations might not be correct. So for example, the zip code and the street do not match. Yeah, so there must be some type of address research, and the agents often they know. Yeah, so suddenly there's a street which is not in this zip code but in the neighbor zip code, and vice versa. So this is some special knowledge, and this is also what makes the quality of video coding, and this need to be implemented in a right way. On the other hand, also there might be addresses on the mail, on the parcel, on the letter that are not in your sorting database. So we need an address research process that helps you to integrate those unknown addresses into your database for further processing, or next time the letter or the parcel come, that your sorting machine can run it automatically without a manual process. So why do the video coding with Spectos? Of course, one thing is the cost issue. Yeah, so what we offer is a flexible workforce that will be attached to your video coding process, and which means you have reduced effort in the processing yourself, so you don't have to manage all the personnel. You need less equipment, workstations. The cost will not be fixed, but we offer it as a click charge, so you only pay for all the mail that have been recorded or captured. Yeah. And of course, we have also volume-based pricing in a sense. So if there's a lot of video coding or a lot of data entry that need to be done, we offer attractive prices on volumes. The implementation is very neat. So there's not a lot of effort. You don't have to buy any extra software or anything, except for, let's say, we are using standard software like RDP or Citrix for remote control. All your video coding software already supports remote work. Then there's absolutely no implementation except for having a VPN connection. Flexibility, of course, since we do a lot of VC projects, we have the opportunity to scale our team. In that sense, even during peak periods, we are very, very flexible to adding more people to the VC process for your mail, and in that sense, everything will always be in line with your service level agreements. Yeah. You also don't have to worry about holidays. You don't have to worry about off times of your staff. So all of this we will take care for you with our remote team. When it comes to quality, of course, if you can always assure your service level agreements with the video coding, you will also improve your transit time, your delivery times. So this will have impact on the overall quality of the delivery. Because we are very experienced in address capturing, we have fewer rejections of non-codable mail, and we can work with all the different machine operators. So if this is a Bluecrest, former Pitney Bowes, Siemens, 𝗶𝗶𝗱𝗏, Bell, or everyone who's offering video coding software that can run whether remotely or on a terminal server, for example, we can process. So you can imagine our team is working exactly like your team, just not sitting in your sorting center, but let's say they are sitting in somewhere else, but virtually in your sorting facility. Of course, we comply with all data protection regulations, and we are also certified according to ISO 9001 for the management and also 27001 for the IT security. How does it work? How does it implement into operational process? So this is an example process, how this looks. So for example, you get in all your mail cutoff time, or starting from 3 p.m., for example. This is the left column. So the sorting machines start running at 3 p.m. and starting capturing the mail. And 30 minutes later, so we let the pool fill up, and then 30 minutes later, we will start with the data capturing. So once you finished capturing the mail, incoming mail until, let's say, 12 a.m., which is, let's say, 3 p.m. to 12 p.m. is a normal processing time unit. 30 minutes after the last mail that you put on the sorting machine, we are done with the VC. The 30 minutes is, let's say, our maximum service level. So usually it's between 10 to 15 minutes after the last mail have been put on the sorting machine for the first time, we are done with the video coding. Of course, then there's all those, let's say, decision trees that we can implement also with our agent, as long as they are not already implemented in the software. So there's some certain logic that we can integrate also into the VC process. Why doing this with Spectos? Of course, most of you have been doing video coding for many years, since you have to process all your mail. But what we offer is we have the knowledge about addresses and video coding in many countries, and experience of more than 20 years. We have a very scalable process. So every day of the year, 24/7, our agents are available for processing. You have full cost control, since all the fixed costs will become variable costs, since it's a full click-based billing. And we have a very high availability of the team, including peak times. What we also offer is you always get a dedicated contact person, or if you have a larger project, dedicated project manager for you. And we will always make sure that there's someone there for you to get in touch with and to discuss if there's anything happening. So the high availability is very critical, as we know, in operational processes, and this is what we assure. We also have a large team. So total, we can access to more than 1,000 agents, and the ones that are working in video coding are very experienced. So they do video coding projects for over 10 years, most of them. So that's why we are also able to deliver high performance and also train new workforces fast, in a sense that we can offer stable quality in our video coding process. Of course, we are training the people in a regular way. What we also offer is comprehensive quality monitoring. So of course we will show you the quality of our coding. Of course, this depends also a bit. We need to work together with you, so you need to give us input. How good is the sorting or the quality of the sorting based on the video coding results, and based on that, we will build the quality monitoring for you. So what is necessary to build up a project like this? How to build up outsourced video coding? First step, we need to make sure the infrastructure works. So your sorting facilities need to be able to be connected through a VPN. And then we will access the video coding software by RDP server, or for example, if you have something like Bluecrest Wave, we can also directly connect via the browser, if it's a browser-based video coding software. So in that sense, we are using your video coding software. So we are not adding in any additional software. Everything remains the same as it is for you now, just more flexible. We need an internet connection, approximately 8 megabits for up and download, which is very important, so that the process can run smoothly. There's the rule of thumb, which is approximately the bandwidth is 100 kilobytes per user, what we need. Step 2, usually we do a test run. So let's say you prepare a set of letters which need to be video coded, which you know that they would be video coded. Let's say 100, 200 mail, you process it, we will capture it, and then we will discuss the results and see what ran well, what didn't run well, was there anything that we need to improve, or some special rules. Yeah? We will implement a standardized communication scheme. The communication scheme helps us, if there's anything happening in the process, everybody knows who to contact, when to contact, and what to write, so that everybody is informed, and we very fast to be back in business, so business continuity. So that's why we need a communication scheme, also to say, okay, when we start, when we end, and to meet the service levels. We will also provide you, and of course us, with training documents, which we will prepare together with you. So in that sense, we can individualize our process according to your needs. Step 3 is the implementation in the operational processes. So in that sense, we can start, there's the option we can start in parallel to your team. So let's say, okay, you have a basic team that you want to keep, you keep, and we do the peak volumes, or we do additional agents that will help your team to reach the service levels. So we, of course, there's a parallel run, which can be for a setup time, but also can be like this in a long term. Yeah? And then we will implement the monitoring and give you monthly, or of course daily, but also monthly results on the quality of service for the video coding. One thing that we offer in addition is the address research. So in that sense, for example, you have, as I mentioned in the beginning, you have combinations that do not match. We offer, if your software allows this, to do the research on the addresses. So we check, is this an existing address that is on the mail? And we check in Google or other address databases to see, okay, is it there? Can we find it? Then we list it with the old, or with the address on the mail. The address, is it existing, yes or no? And is it existing in your database, yes or no? Yeah, and then we bring this together, and you get a weekly report on addresses, and then you can update your sorting database, or of course check it in the field to see, okay, does this address exist for my mailman or not? And that's in the long run will help you step by step to improve your address database, which is very crucial for high quality delivery services. Okay, that's basically it. Brief, that's what we can do for you. And thank you very much for your attention for this webinar. And now I hope you have some questions, and I'm happy to answer them.
All right, thanks, Niels. We got indeed a number of questions, so With regards to the time, I would start directly. And the first question is, how long does it take to set up such a video coding project?
Yeah, it really depends. Actually, we can be very fast because our team is there, they are ready. And but usually it depends very much on the technical side. So if the VPN and everything is set up, we can set this up within a week or two. So we set up some video coding projects within a week already. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 weeks, but let's say this is a rough number. So we can be ready very fast.
Okay, all right. And how can the quality be controlled, actually? What possibilities are there for quality checks?
The quality checks usually based on, let's say, you have the address which is on the letter, and then you have the result, the sorting results. So this is basically what we are doing. Yeah. So we need, if there's any mis-sortings which you recognize, then in the still remain manual sorting, we need some screenshots from your side or some pictures of the images, and then we will improve our rules and our coding process in order to increase quality of service. But usually, since we have experience on this for a long time, this is only fine-tuning. Yeah.
Okay. Someone is asking how the communication is handled within the project.
Yeah. So as I said, we have a communication scheme. So this is really like a document, prepared document, how the communication works. And the operational people in the sorting centers, they will be included in the communication scheme. So they inform when the sorting is starting, and they'll also inform when the sorting ends. And they also inform if there's any, let's say, interruptions or if anything's going wrong. So then they inform, and we also have the back channel. So everything is very standardized. Yeah. And if there's anything unforeseen, there's always Spectos, there's always a project manager from Spectos available 24/7 to be contacted to sort the thing out. Yeah.
Okay, great. We have one more question right now, and this is, can you handle any other data entry jobs like redirection orders, delivery orders?
Yeah. Today we were focusing a lot on video coding. Yeah. Of course, we also, let's say, one big part of our business is returns. So we also capture returns, including the address and also the return reason. So why things come back, to capture those information. But we also can do forms, we can do documents, we can capture basically any data in operational processes that you can imagine. But of course, this is probably a different setup from the video coding, but yes, we can.
Okay, great. Actually, right now, it doesn't look like we have any more questions. So, of course, if some other issues pop up in your mind after this webinar, I think Niels and everybody else is ready and to answer any questions you may have. So from my side, thank you very much for your attention. And I would like you, once we close the webinar, to stay one more minute online, please, to give us some feedback on the quality of the webinar and any other follow-up issues you may have. And of course, have a great day. Thank you and stay safe.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Niels. Bye. Bye.